All right. I think we're back. We good? I think we're good. Let's try this again. Annoying internet. All right. Yep. Yeah. Vashtor's here. Sorry, Gosu's missing the drum. We had to send out 4 notifications to the chat to get Gosu in here, because I know he has notifications on for my server. Way he wouldn't. But yeah, I don't know. Continuing our conversation from just a couple minutes ago. Death Guard would be interesting, but I don't know. They sound more exhausting to paint than anything. To be honest, but you never know. You know, someone wants you to paint them for them. I'm not going to turn them down. I will carefully consider my options though, because a lot of work. Music isn't playing. Hold on. Refresh it. All right. Be good. Coach, you having this model or a trip? Metallics are washed down. Yeah, so what I did, Gosu, was I base coated the Mini in Prochrome Magnesium and then gave it a zenithal highlight, mixing some silver in with that magnesium. It was a lot brighter. And then I used some Noosh and covered all the metallics with Noosh and petroleum brown, which was a lot brighter than I had expected or really wanted, but that's fine. And then I was like, oh wait, he's got lots of different metallics on him. I should have painted the metallics first. So I went back over it with some washes. So I made kind of a copper wash using flesh wash, brown, and black wash, and did all the trim and all these like different coppery areas to kind of recapture the base color there without getting rid of our weathering. And the gold, like the plates that end up being a gold, my base color there, it ended up being Agoros Dunes. Way too green. Oh, weird. Yeah, mine definitely isn't green. It's much more of like a... not a halfway between, but it's like a slightly bronze tinted, like dark silver. A lot warmer, a little bit of brown in there. Hey, Blue, what's going on, man? All right, Blue, I think you'll appreciate this. Okay, so I was chilling in your stream, and I was mainly playing Legion Tower Defense, but you're playing Balatro, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna kind of sit in here and watch. And you had one run where you ended up getting the it was blueprint, and you got the bull, and then you got the one that copies like the leftmost Joker, like all like really early. And I was like, I need to play that. Like I want to play that seed. So I was, yeah. So that was an incredible start, and I was like, I want to play this. So I paused it when you ended the match, and I wrote down the seed that you're playing, and so I played through that. It was amazing. It was one of the one of the coolest runs. I didn't get like a crazy high score because I didn't get any like scalable, like really scalable jokers. But I did ask Crucial Blue for his. No, I did not ask. I took it without permission. So, um, yeah. So what happened was I got I got those two jokers, but I was like, saving money really hard. So it would just give me tons of chips for every hand, and I was like one handing every round. Instead of I did the free rare Joker, and instead of the copy leftmost Joker, I got one that it sits for 2 rounds, and then you sell it, and when you sell it, it duplicates a random Joker. Oh, there you go. Yep. Blue set the record straight. Well, I got that one. It copied it copied Blueprint Joker. Yeah, so I had two Blueprint Jokers. Um, yeah, and I'll copy paste the seed or whatever. And it sounds weird saying seed so much, guys, but I'll put it in your Discord. But so I had two blueprints and the bull. So I was getting like 500 chips every hand I would play in like the third ante. And so I was just winning everything really easy. And I was trying to wait for a good multiplier. Well, I ended up getting another copy of that Joker that you sell it after 2 rounds, and it copies a random Joker. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this. Like, I'm passing rounds just fine. And yeah, so I got it, and it copied Blueprint again. So I had 3 blueprints, and then I got it was Cavendish with a negative on it, so I was able to add it in to like everything. And then I put all the blueprints copying Cavendish, and so I had 4 times 3 multipliers going. It was wild. I couldn't get any like multipliers better than the Cavendish though, so that was the best I could do. I also had hey T Slayer, what's going on? I had good lore. Uh, I got a 2, and I put a red seal on it. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll put a red seal on it too. Well, then I got a chariot card, and so I put the steel on the chariot, or I put the steel on the 2 with the red seal. So every time it triggers twice. And then I kept copying that card. So I had like 11 or 12 copies of that steel 2 with a red seal on it. So I was like, I just need the steel Joker, and or something like DNA, and I could just go crazy with like copying the there were some good possibilities there. But no, I saw you had you got the free blueprint and you had the bull, and I was like, yeah, that's the way to go. Looks like a fun run. So still working through base colors. I think that's about it for this flesh color base though. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Between that and Legion Tower Defense. Good time gaming last night. Did not want to paint last night, so I'm at Platinum 1. I can't quite get to Diamond. I'm gonna try to get to Diamond today. Look for a work meeting. Alright. Yeah, we'll have to play sometime. Is that all of the flesh? Just trying to make sure I have a good coat of color on here. Getting under these little like back vent things is pretty difficult. Crucial Blue says he's on a meeting, and I'm gonna get on Steam and see that he's in there playing Balatro. Okay, we got fleshy bits on Vashtorr. Question is, do I highlight the fleshy bits now? Then go back to the metallics. I'm kind of interested in painting this skin and everything, so I kind of want to do that. I don't want to put a wash on this mini, but I also feel like it's going to cover up some of these little like impossible spots that I'm not going to see based on the non-reflection of light that happens when I'm actually trying to paint. So maybe it's not the best idea. Yeah, Zen. I was playing Cam in our Warhammer game yesterday. He's playing as High Elves, and High Elves are really good with magic, one of their things. But he was using the lore of high magic, and he threw a spell down on a regiment of skeletons I had, and it was like my had two characters of my army. Like it was like my battle standard bearer was in that squad and everything. But yeah, threw this spell down called Fiery Convocation. He just put the 5-inch blast template down and it scatters. So you have to cast the spell. It doesn't get dispelled, and then you put a template down and the template scatters. All those things happen. Cast the spell, I failed to dispel it, and then the template didn't scatter, and then he rolled to wound and he caused like 16 wounds. And I only saved he caused way more than 16. It was like 20 or something. And I only saved a few, so I had 16 of my 20 skeletons were killed in that one spell. And then he shot the rest of them to death and killed my battle standard bearer, all in one like shooting phase. It was so brutal. Yeah, that just like completely turned that game upside down. That was like the first or second turn of the game. Maybe it was the first turn, I think. It was the first turn. My poor, like, skeletons are cheap and they die easy, like it's whatever. But no, they don't crumble. Units don't crumble until they lose like a melee combat. That's when units crumble. So normally when you deal with shooting in like Warhammer Fantasy or like the old world type games, what happens is you shoot a unit, and unlike Soval, there's like a threshold where a unit could panic. And that threshold is 25% casualties. So if you lose at least 25% of the models in a regiment in a phase, like in a shooting phase, then they have a chance that they'll just outright like flee, like just turn around and run away. The undead don't do that. They're immune to all that. They're immune to psychology, like all like psychology rules, like leadership rules, panic, all that kind of stuff. So they'll never like break and run away. So it's really good against shooting most of the time, because most shooting in the game, it's basically I'm going to try to cause enough damage just to make you take a leadership test. There's not really the idea of just like shooting the enemy army to death in Warhammer Fantasy. Like that doesn't usually happen. There's a couple like skew things that could happen where it doesn't happen, but then just straight up lose like a regiment and then a character just because of like the side of the regiment he was on. It was pretty brutal. We're just gonna paint the skin, guys. It sounds like fun. Just add a little bit of this faded plum into our base color that we had made. Just building it up, just avoiding recesses. Kind of typical thing we're doing. Yeah, there's like rules where if you have like an infantry character and they're not joined to, but they're standing next to a unit of infantry, like they can't be targeted, they can't be shot, because they're kind of like blending in or hard to see or whatever. And he destroyed that unit of skeletons, and I had another unit of skeletons right next to him. My big battle standard bear character was standing on the other side of the unit in the front, so when they died, he was left there. He was outside of that range where he could like claim couldn't be seen. So Cam was right to shoot and kill that guy, because battle standard bears are very important minis in your army. Arm here. Going back through and highlighting these metallics should be a lot of fun. What else happened in that game? I did get a turn 1 charge, which felt really good with my little dire wolves. He had some fast cavalry. I had dire wolves. I moved him up, and I was like, I'm going to try a turn 1 charge. And so I got a turn 1 charge on his cavalry, called Illyrian Reavers. And one of my units failed the charge, they couldn't make it. The other unit made it in and actually won the combat, made the Reavers run away, and then charged into some of his Dragon Princes, what they called. Hey, Raja. He took... Let's see. He had a level 4 mage, so like a really highest level mage you can take. He had I do varnish my minis, yeah. Merkrain, yes. I'm a big fan of varnish on my minis. So let's see, he had a mage. He took a prince as a character and had him on a griffin. I think that was it for his characters. He had a unit of spearmen, just high elf spearmen, and then a unit of Lothern Sea Guard, which are the spearmen that also carry bows. I think in Sovil they're called like City Guard or something. He had a unit of archers. He had 2 units of Illyrian Reavers, which are fast cavalry with bows and spears. He had 2 repeater bolt throwers. He had a huge unit of sword masters. Just a massive bodyguard unit of sword masters. And a unit of dragon princes, which are like heavy cav, like elite cavalry. Those are really, really well-rounded army. Definitely much more like defensive overall. He gunlined me, so he stood still for most of the game. Just shot at me. Smart thing to do. Legs. MCP game should only take about an hour if you know the rules. Maybe 2 hours or so when you're learning with some basic stuff. I have a really random story to tell you guys about my son, and a just like a hilarious thing the other morning, like Sunday morning. We were eating breakfast, and I guess about an hour and a half, to play a game. And we look outside. We have a little birdhouse outside that my son built, and we haven't had any birds in it. There's been a squirrel that loves to hang around that birdhouse and take food from it and everything. But we're eating breakfast, and there's a little bird that comes up the birdhouse and like jumps in the birdhouse. And we see it, and we're like, whoa, like, look, there's a bird in there. And we see the birdie like comes out, goes in, and Painting Son's like, that's a chickadee. And we're like, what? It's a chicken? Like, how do you know how to identify a bird? Like, like I can identify like robins and cardinals and blue jays and finches and stuff, but he's just like, yeah, it's a chickadee. I was like, okay, dude. I was like, well, I'm gonna look up what kind of bird it actually is, and we'll see. So I looked it up, and I was like, yeah, it's a had like a kind of on top of his head was black, he had like a white face and like a black kind of collar around him, and it was a little bird. And I was like, yeah, okay. So I looked it up. It was a chickadee. Yep, sure enough. Painting Son can identify birds. And I was like, how in the world did you know what kind of bird that was? He's like, I watch Wild Kratts, and they talk about chickadees and wild krats, and they're like small birds with black heads on it and everything. And I was like, what? Just identifying birds in nature? Like, what is this kid doing? Don't get me started on a bird whisperer. He thinks he can talk to birds. So I don't know how real he thinks he can talk to birds, but he can whistle. And so he says when he whistles, the birds whistle back to him. Alright, dude. He's the catalyst for the movie The Birds. I'm not hating. Just, yeah, he is a druid. What's funny, because his first D&D character was a druid, so I hope a lot of that doesn't come true, because he's kind of a murder machine in D&D and turns himself into a dinosaur. So I don't want to deal with dinosaurs in the house or near my house. Okay. First highlight, let's keep going. Next shade of purple. I'm gonna get a smaller brush at this point. What exactly is MCP? A Marvel Crisis Protocol. It's a Marvel skirmish game made by Atomic Mass Games. But anyway, I was very impressed. Painting Son just calling out a bird. And also got that song stuck in my head from Futurama. The episode with Bender and Hermes going around trying to find the one who made Bender with a flaw, who approved him with the flaw. Dad, I'm not in I was just in category. It says I'm in category. And then I refresh, and of course I am still in category. Okay, it says I'm in category. Thanks for the heads up, though. I don't know why Twitch hates me. But thank you, Rockin' Man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I appreciate you letting me know, though. Which hates me, I think. So... the Asmodee debt thing. Okay, so what happened? Atomic Mass Games was a company. Okay, let's go back further. Fantasy Flight Games, been around for decades, was bought by Asmodee. Christian Peterson, the dude that owned FFG, just like took a fat sack of cash and ran. Had an amazing company. Everybody was scared when Asmodee took over, but basically, Asmodee took over. They created Atomic Mass Games as a way to consolidate the different types of games being made by different companies. So they wanted Fantasy Flight to focus on board games, and they made AMG to focus on miniature games. So they ended up moving all their miniature games over to AMG. Whole thing, they didn't tell anybody either. Like it was a whole like messed up situation. Like the literal creators of the game didn't know until everybody else did that they were losing their jobs. But anyway, Asmodee was bought by a private equity company, which I know everybody just loves. Like whenever private equity is involved in purchasing major companies, like it always turns out well, right? So this private equity firm bought Asmodee, and they already owned a bunch of other stuff, so it was just another one of their companies. Well, after a couple years, it turned out that Asmodee was the only profitable company that they had owned. Probably because they were doing the old like pump and dump thing where they were buying a bunch of companies and then just gutting them to kill them off, like private equity does. But yeah, Asmodee was remaining profitable because board games were popular, you know, and all that stuff, whatever. So what they decided to do was this equity company decided to sell off Asmodee. But first, before they sold them, they took all of their corporate debts from all of their different companies, which amounted to like $3 billion in debt, and they put it all on Asmodee. And then they released Asmodee into their own entity so they could get rid of all of their debts. And then you know, they're like, well, if it lives, it lives, right? So that's what they did. They used it as a scheme to drop all their debts. You know, like only, you know, just like rich people can. And they saddled Asmodee with billions of dollars in debt. Yeah, it is tragic and disgusting, absolutely. So yeah, Asmodee being a super profitable company. It's funny too, because like Asmodee is like they're like the EA games of the board game world, right? Like they're the conglomerate that buys all these companies and, you know, and like does the terrible things and ruins games and everything. And then they're bought by this private equity firm, and it's really like a karmic thing, but also everybody's like sad about it, right? Because it is terrible. And it is a horrible business practice and unethical and everything. Yeah, so Asmodee being the profitable company that it is, and apparently under really good leadership, I don't understand, but they cleared that debt. They paid it off, and they're doing really well now. So what I am expecting is another private equity firm is going to buy Asmodee sometime soon. And just rinse and repeat. Probably what's going to happen. Good old-fashioned pump and dump. Yep. Not the kind I prefer. Alright. Uh... This world is much too horrible for us normal people. Are they just distributors? I don't like they own different companies, so I don't know. They still own Fantasy Flight and Atomic Mass and all that. So I honestly I don't know. I don't know if they just distribute or what they do. They just own the thing to make the money. Yeah. Yeah, you see these like ultra wealthy people and like corporations just getting away with like the biggest scams in history. You're like, man, I just wish I had a bunch of money so I could do this, because it seems so easy to just be like, oh, we have debt? Well, let's put on this fictional thing and then just get rid of it, and then we don't have debt anymore. Like, it's crazy. Zinc, look, it's incredible. Yeah, the plates. The plates are just, I did uh, the noosh on it with the petroleum brown, but then it's just Agoros Dunes contrast over it. Hey, Oto, what's going on? I have Vashtorr coming up soon, and I'm inspired. Good, good, good. I hope I can be an inspiration. This mini's been a lot more fun than I thought initially. He's not like too blended into his like metals. Like there's some very like obvious connection points. So I'm not like dying just trying to like blend metal into flesh. Right? Like he has it's very noticeable separation points, which is really nice. Um but yeah, so I'm enjoying that, and like the different tones of metal are fun. Getting to play this lovely like purple color that I made. I'm really excited about. Blending metal to flesh, the Iron Hands have been alerted and en route. Yeah. Do you like Noosh? Have some, haven't tried it. I really like it. It is a weird product to use. And there's definitely a learning curve, and I don't think I've quite gotten there yet. I think Noosh would work best with the transparent paints. Something I've noticed is that, when you mix a paint with Noosh, you're like, well, I want this paint to be a weathering paint. So you mix your paint with the Noosh, and what happens is Noosh dilutes that paint a lot. So it doesn't retain the same pigment. Like, obviously, duh, but it's not something you think about when you're just, like, doing it, right? So your color's going to end up a lot brighter. So you need to end up using either very strongly pigmented colors that are very dark, or just straight up, like, really dark paint. So I'm thinking the transparent paint. Next time I use it, I think I'm going to try some transparent brown and some black, not just like like a straight up paint. So yeah, there's definitely some things about it that are unique. Make it maybe a little difficult to use. All right. Yeah, transparency would be the way to go, I think. Filter pseudo oil wash, yeah. And so it doesn't naturally sit in the recesses though. It's just a thick like gel paint. So you just slap it on the mini and then you wipe off. So what you wipe off is how you make your effect. Makeup sponges are the way to go. Q-tips, paper towels, they work well, but they leave fibers behind. So I think makeup sponges are what you would want to use to wipe. Fingers are probably the best thing, but the problem is this paint gets so messy that it almost like doesn't work. You can do it 10 times, and then you gotta start using your toes to wipe off the paint and stuff. Like you gotta work on like your cleanliness a lot. Doing mostly faded purple. You're drying retarded, yeah. The fibers do get all over, yeah. There's money in the toast stream. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Odo. Yeah, yeah. Or zero to 40k. My bad. It's 0 to 40k, isn't it? Yeah. That is a different person's game. No, the avenue I'm looking to get into to just make tons of money with little effort is painting anime girls for people. You know, or furry miniatures. That's what it is, right? That's like the easy button. Printing and painting. I heard anime. Yeah. Waifus are the future. I sit cross-legged. They'd see cables, yeah. You make so much money, dude. And speaking of anime, I want to go see the. I'm hoping maybe this weekend find some time to go see the new Vashtorr the Arkifane movie. Not that I listen to people's opinions about movies, but I've heard it's really good from some Lord of the Rings fans, and I've heard it's not good from movie fans, from like people that are like, you know, just like watch movies or whatever. So, and I've heard people mad that the main character is a woman, which is, well, what a surprise. Yeah. Here's her take on it. Yeah. Yeah, especially because like I do not like I don't care for anime at all, and the art style very much looks like something I would not enjoy. So part of the reason I'm curious to see it. I liked it. I mean, liked it a lot. It's probably generous. It was okay. Wall scroll of the ground Gundam. You're the replica's daughter. That sounds like me. Was alright. I thought the big like boss Gundam thing at the end was super goofy looking. Like, look, it's a ball with a head. I did that, yeah. Like, is it supposed to be menacing? Because it's kind of funny looking. Like, that was... I think we'll do one more layer of highlight on this mini, on the skin, and we're gonna add some bright warm gray into it. Try to hit some high points. You seen Armored Core secret level animation? I did. I saw that one. That was cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I never like got into Armored Core. I don't think I'm like big into like mechs and stuff, but I did watch that one. I thought it was pretty cool. It was hilarious how he just squishes the dude's head. That gave me a chuckle. And I didn't think you were a fan of mechs. Oh no, it's Gosu. Gosu said that, okay. I would have been surprised. Jeez. The D&D one was cool. I like the D&D animation. Those are only three I've seen. That and the 40k one. Armored Core and the D&D one. Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, it was good. Seen the video of the guy narrating the moment Son of the Forest where the line meets Dante? No, did you post that on like your Discord or something? The only 40k related video I watched was Space King this weekend. I was dying at the B positive. Must never be negative, and he does like the the blood hand symbol that I can't do that quick. Just oh, cool. All right, all right. No spoilers. Haven't had a chance to see it. Okay, okay. I did get Roger rolled this weekend. That's right. Yeah. Crucial Blue sends me Zoomer memes. What I assume are Zoomer memes. How I picture Zoomer memes. I don't know. Except I could kind of understand this one, so maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just a meme. Back in 20 minutes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's fine. I won't spoil anything. It's fine. I don't think there's much to spoil in that show. Just... It's funny. That's true. That's true. You do send gold. Yep. I've been checking them much sooner recently because I'm on Instagram more than once every 2 months. I had to ask my wife. So she's on Instagram, and you know I used to like I was on Instagram for like a month and then like got off. Now I've been posting more on it, but I remember just I'd be gone for a month and I'd get on and I'd have like 4 people that send me just like reels or like memes or whatever. I'm just like, what is like, is this a thing? So my wife is telling me she has a friend that does that sends her like reels like every morning or something. She gets like these like memes and stuff from a friend of hers, and I was like, okay, I was like, is this a thing? Is this how like Instagram works? Because I'm always confused at like why people send me all this stuff, and it's called pebbling. No way, that's not real. Okay, everybody, start spamming Gosu. Just send them all the memes now. I'm gonna do it. You're gonna be part of the meme rotation, Gosu. But yeah, apparently that's what Instagram is. So. Talk to me, he just sends me memes. Yeah, yeah. Only reason I have Instagram, my sister does. Yeah, so yeah, there you go. Yeah, just like memes. Okay, so that's what Instagram is for then. So when I learned that, apparently my algorithm on Instagram now, it's just Warhammer 40k reels about like, you know, your girlfriend asks where you've been for the past 12 hours, and it shows the guy like in like a Games Workshop store, and like that's the meme. So I send those to the painting wife. Get spammed with those. Super generic. Yeah, yeah. Sending me normie memes. Mating rituals of the Adeli. Okay, okay, yeah. That is really random and weird, but okay. All right. Cool looking skin. Let's go a little brighter on it. He's got the deep penguin lore, yeah. Someone's sending me memes. Oh, hey, thanks for jumping in the Discord. Yeah, I've been posting. I've been trying to post pictures every day on Instagram Reds, because it posts instantly from Instagram, and then Blue Sky. So I have counts on all those. I spent my was it Saturday? I think my whole Saturday morning. Blue, okay, it's fine. I don't mind being sent memes. It's fine. It just confused me. Send me memes. You got funny memes? Send them to me. You don't give pebbles. You give cheese. Is that why you're so bad? I don't know. Yeah. So I spent like 3 or 4 hours Saturday morning just taking pictures of minis. I was taking pictures for finishing when I finished that commission, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep this stuff set up, and I'm just going to I'm just gonna keep going. And so yeah, I got out all the things I've painted this year that I haven't photographed, and just went nuts. So I took, I think, like 150 pictures. There's probably 50 different minis or squads of minis I took pictures of to post on social media every day. Now I just got to keep that pace up. I have to paint a mini to make sure I'm always caught up. Feeling that's not how it's going to work. But still cool. Yeah, welcome in though. Is it pebbling if it's your current spouse that you're sending things to? Like the person already likes you, or at least should like you at this point, and you're not like, no man, I'm gonna chase all the algorithms. Blue, if I'm gonna be myself, you know what myself is? I'm gonna lock myself in my room in the complete silence, and I'm gonna paint my own minis. I'm not gonna talk to anybody for 4 days. So I have to do more than be myself. if I'm gonna be a active member of the community. I don't want to post more than one a day. I think that's too much. But posting once a day is cool. We're friends now. Yeah, there we go. If I were chasing the algorithm, I feel like there would be a lot more or a lot less clothes on the miniatures that I'm painting. You know? It's a good way for me to portfolio my work as well. Someone just pebbled my internet. Oh, okay. Psylocke 1/6 scale bikini edition painting stream? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just name the time, man. Who needs Vashtorr? Have why Psylocke? You're like obsessed with Psylocke though, right? Is that the idea here? Or nefarious means. Just wants to see me paint Psylocke specifically. Rivals got me acting foolish. I still don't know what that game is. I'm sitting here waiting for the Manor Lords update. Be coming any day. Maybe today. I don't know. Nominated for best indie game? Oh dang. Did they win it? Oh, I care about its winners. Did you guys see the yeah. Did you see the that was one of the creators of Balatro. His response to getting a was a Peggy 18 rating in the EU for Balatro. Yeah, 18 because they have cards in their game. No actual gambling at all. The only gambling mechanic is the Wheel of Fortune card, right? Like the wheel card. That's the only gambling in that entire game. They got an 18 rating. And he's like, maybe we should have added microtransactions like EA Games, and then they would have rated us 3+. But, yeah. Crazy. Absolutely crazy to give an 18 rating for a goofy card game. There's not even like foul language in the game. Like there's no gore, no anything. It's just it uses poker cards. And you need to have like a trivial knowledge that they also explain of what some different poker hands are. Great response. Hopefully that gets corrected. That's crazy. I mean, it might just make their game more popular anyway. Like, who knows? It's some good old controversy to market your game. They took pot shots at EA Sports title being rated 3+. Yeah, yep. Because evil-looking Joker cards, they're clowns, so they get 18 rating for clowns. I thought it was gambling stuff. Like it mimics card games like poker. But that's even more ridiculous. liking the cut of this guy's jib. Skin's looking really good. Well, what do we want to do next? I want to paint in these gold plates. That's what I want to do. Let's do that. I think what I'm going to use for that... Yeah. We're going to use this light bronze, and we're going to mix a little bit of Agoro stones with it. And see if we can't start highlighting a little with it. Stones isn't mixing too well. Let's see. Yeah, it's too bright. Too bright. So let's do this. Let's pull a little bit of bronze. A lot of Agoro stones in it. That should be better. Yeah, that's a nice color. That is a lot closer. I think what we're looking for. There's obviously other colors that we need to work on here. There's a lot of like black tubing, everything to work on. He's got like the handle of his hammer, some like glowing stuff going on, and so there's some different things to work on. But light some of these cool colors, see what we get done today, just while we have these colors out. definitely getting a lot more bronze into the color, but nice. It is like a really weird and ambiguous color, though, when you look at it on the actual the studio menu. So. Is that it for the gold plates? I think it might be specific gold plates. I'm gonna do one more stage here. Be positive, yeah. That was great. Okay. That's okay for that Alex so far. I think what I'm gonna do next. Work on the silver at this point. I'll do the base coat with our black. Purple's a really cool color. That's good. Thank you. Thank you. Just need to be extra careful doing all of this. They changed deep strike rules? Yeah, they did. They changed some of them. You can't do a 3-inch deep strike anymore. Units that have the 3-inch deep strike, they change it to a 6-inch. My 10 warp talents I got sitting on my desk. Is that sarcasm? Did they have a 3-inch deep strike? Well, and kind of an honest thing about that change. One of the things that change does is it means people are probably a little less likely to bring like the 12-inch bubble like screening units. So overall, it may end up being a positive effect for armies that didn't rely on spamming 3-inch deep strike. I don't know why you deep strike warp talons within 3 inches though. Like you can't charge after using that. So yeah, it's basically just like an objective grabber thing. Yeah, Inceptors had the 3-inch. Yeah, that was their like ability. So now their ability is a 6-inch deep strike. Interest you and your community a little competition or challenge? Yeah, what's up? Is it a competition to be positive? A thing in March. Yeah, as long as it's like safe for work and everything. Might be loud though. Okay, I'm gonna wait. Watch it then. I'm gonna keep it up. I'll watch it after stream, but putting this black base coat here. Yeah, you can explain to us what the challenge is. High Priest of March. Down that arm. Let's go down. No, we didn't get all this arm though. All right. Next arm. This one. This one has the hammer. A May. Okay. Is it... I don't know what the Mecha May is. Is it specifically like painting AdMech stuff in March, or is it something different, like paint vehicles or... One Tech Priest, Tech Marine, and Skatari during May, the best you can. Oh, cool. All right. See what else is going on with this hammer. Underparts here. Excuse me to finally finish assembling call. Yeah. Okay, so they have like the whole first part of the year. This is Games Workshop's marketing to get people to buy AdMech minis. That's what this is. That's cool though. I can't even like think into the new year, like what am I gonna paint? What does my like army collection look like going into the new year? Like I have no idea. Yeah, third party's allowed. I figured a lot of those are about that. Like I don't know, like do I like I don't know if I wanted to start something else or if I just wanted to continue working on the minis I have. Or the armies I have and getting more minis for all those. Like continuing on with the militia would be nice. So if I do enough with them, I could make them into like a 40k Imperial Guard army, so it's kind of like two birds with one stone there. That back piece is actually silver, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so got the hammer. Like we have a lot more tubes here. This is the thing I hate the most about Chaos. There's all the trim and everything that you paint. That's all a thing, but the like power cables that somehow always have the exact same wear and tear on them that never get replaced or whatever, that is the most annoying thing about Chaos minis in 40k to me. Is every Chaos mini has these, every single one. Take a nap. I'm back in time. Enjoy the rest of... Yeah, sure. Enjoy your nap, man. Hey, Killer Cam. What's going on, dude? Alright, so a couple more things. This hammer needs a little more black. Just working on Vashtorr. You assembling the Dreadnought? Have you got to those 3D printed pieces yet? The mini really isn't too bad to assemble. Just dry fit your pieces before you put glue on them, because there's a good chance the instructions have something wrong. And I haven't assembled a Redemptor Dreadnought before, so I'm not entirely sure what could go wrong. Normally I mark in my instruction booklets when there's something wrong in the instructions. So if I had done a Redemptor Dreadnought, or not Redemptor, Brutalis Dreadnought, I've done Redemptors, but if I'd done a Brutalis Dreadnought, I'd be able to just like pull out the booklet and show you, like, hey, this thing's wrong. It's gonna look special, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that the loincloth piece might be dependent on those. I don't know. Have you tried looking up someone who'd already put those pieces on? See if there's someone out there that used those pieces, or if they have like example photos. Random thought. You think a golden demon piece was painted with nothing but Pro paint and it was known? Same piece won a trophy. Yeah, no, I don't think Games Workshop cares what brand of paint you use to paint minis for Golden Demon. No, a lot of people use like oil paints and stuff. Slayer Sword was painted with all Pro. Oh, well, there you go. All right. This piece back. Hey, Slovak teacher, welcome. I know Games Workshop has rules about the minis you submit to Golden Demon need to be a, Games Workshop mini of a certain percentage. I think. I mean, I don't even know. The Slayer Sword winner, his mini was. I doubt that mini was mostly with like the diorama and everything, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. They're unclear for a lot of things. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, because I would assume they would have like a. It needs to be a certain percentage of Games Workshop stuff, but then you have the Slayer Sword winner last year somehow completely mirrored a mini, possibly digitally, and printed it, and used that on his like diorama piece with the vampire, right? And like we don't know if that's what is that obviously won, so how do we determine that the context of everything else? Small scale golem, I don't. story sad to see. Oh, someone like disqualified because they had a Golem mini. It's the wrong scale. This will be as well. I realize all these things were going to be painted black. Okay, wow. That's unfortunate. In Discord. Okay, cool. Okay, back pieces painted black. Next, I think what we're going to do, we're going to grab some bronze and we're just a little bit of highlighting different pieces. Hopefully the more we get into highlighting these metallics, kind of separate out. Gold piece. end up using a bit of fluorescent red, I feel like. Some of the lighting on this mini. Around the hammer and like all these little vents and everything. Like a red glow on all of it. Gold, I don't know. We'll say it's good for the gold for now. Alright. Ugh. I think the silver might be next. We're going to grab a tiny bit of magnesium and then we're going to use silver. We're going to see if we can't mix that highlights this well.
I believe every day's a good day when you paint. I believe it'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart.
Hey, Chris Frozen, welcome in. Welcome everybody, thank you for the raid. How are you guys doing? Definite hype. Welcome, Captain Mannerings. Yeah, we are painting Vashtorr today. How's your stream, Chris Frozen? It was good. Picking out random colors, kind of painting and highlighting what we see fit and when. Ash looking great. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, doing well. Doing well. We're just chilling. Can we get like a shout out or Yosu, are you able to do shout outs? Shout out to Chris Frozen. Guys, go follow Chris Frozen. Give him some love. Yeah, I'm doing well though. Having fun with this mini. So I did just a little bit of work on them yesterday, but no, it wasn't yesterday. It was Sunday. Today I'm really getting into the painting of them, and it's going pretty quick. It's going well though. So this is a fun mini to paint. Hope I can do decent justice to this mini. Yeah, the big sound too. Oh, that's fine. How dare you? How dare you play games? Stream is going. I think you're my only mod here, though. If you wouldn't mind, in a shout out for Chris Frozen. What are you working on? I'm trying to highlight some silver. Got it. Thank you. Thank you. I like stream elements, but it doesn't show me much what's going on. You get black. I missed a bunch of spots around his hooves, and there's all these claws and everything, so I'm gonna have to go back and grab those. Arm. This arm now. slowly working our way up the mini. These little balls take a while. Getting multiple minis, multiple Vashtorrs. That would be horrible. Alright, lower body, one arm done. Face here. Do almost a dry brush. Oh, it's gotta go do a thing. Yeah, no problem. No problem. What's up, Aslan? How you doing? Vashtorr looks like fun to paint. He does. Yeah, he is. I was not sure if I would enjoy this mini or not when I was getting him out and ready to paint, but having a lot of fun. It is a relatively simple mini, as weird as it sounds, but the color palette is fairly simple, and I think that helps make the process a little more enjoyable. Okay, back at it. We got all these back pieces here. I really don't enjoy painting with metallics as much. It's just kind of being and enjoying it. Alright, have a good one, Gosu. I'm gonna try to finish this color before we call it a day. Tomorrow, hopefully I can finish the mini. Nice, nice easy 2-day painting character stream. And tomorrow it'll be highlighting copper. Then all the black pieces on the mini. So the weapon haft and the claws and horns and cabling and stuff like that. So we'll highlight those. Gotta do basing. Gotta do some cool like glow effects. Alright, last side on these wings, then we're just doing his like shoulders and backpack and tail. I think.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Hey, Dieretza, is that how you pronounce it? Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing well today. We're working on Vashtorr. Feeling pretty good about our progress. Just started our brushwork today on this mini. Feels good to have a lot of this done already. Shoulder pieces here. Think silver colored
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Daiwanawanga Gaming, welcome in. Thank you, I appreciate the compliment. All right, so not bad for a day's progress. Have more we can do. Honestly, a lot more we're gonna do. Just started your first army. Awesome. What's your first army? What you got? Yeah, tell us. Dark Angels. Oh, yeah, cool. So you're reading the Horus Heresy. Did you start Horus Heresy era Dark Angels, or is it 40k Dark Angels? Because I feel like if you're reading about them in the Heresy, then you start the Heresy army, right? Play 30k? With all the old guys? Like me? Yeah, it's good progress, though. I am happy. I'm really happy with able to do on this mini today. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun with some glowing and things. So I can play current, but all my knowledge is 30k is a current game, man. We have a couple Dark Angels players in our 30k group. And Dark Angels are crazy. You could do just about anything with a Dark Angels army in 30k. Crazy. 2 months before 10th dropped. Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah, so you're getting right into it with like Lionel Johnson and everything. I get it. I definitely get that. Alright, guys. Well, Daiwanawanga Gaming, if you want to show off some pictures of your army, by all means, come jump in the Discord. Nightbot just posted the link to the Discord a few moments ago. So if you want to jump in there, show some pictures. I'd love to see what you got, man. And plan is, I will be on tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm going to try to finish Vashtorr tomorrow. So we're going to work on finishing this mini tomorrow. And then Thursday, I'm hoping to bust out the militia and continue painting, timing myself while I paint militia. Awesome. Well, welcome to the Discord. So, with that, we're going to call the stream there today, though. I'm going to go run some errands and get some important adult things done. But, yeah, I will be back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Hey, and thanks for the follow. Daiwanawanga Gaming. I love that, man. That's, what's his name? Oh, darn. Job is right-hand man. Oh, that's great, though. Thank you again for the follow, and thank you guys for coming to hang out, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Thanks for the follow.
First of all, let me take just a moment